There was a park next to our school, and we went there to smoke during lunch break. By the way, I now see smoking as the biggest mistake of my life, so I advise you not to do it. Anyway, one day we were smoking there, and the school principal saw us through a window. The classroom closest to the window he was looking at was ours. He said, "Find out who these kids are." There were people in the class who didn't like me, and they had gone and given our names to the assistant principal. Lunch break ended, and we went back to class. About 5 to 10 minutes later, a student came and called out our names, saying, "The assistant principal is asking for these people." We went to the assistant principal's office, talked for a bit, and then he let us go. Class was over anyway, so we went back to our classroom. When we got back, we told the others what happened. They saw that nothing came of it, so they went and told the teacher, and the teacher informed our parents. After the after-school program, I went home, and my dad came and smelled my breath. "Are you smoking?" he asked, even though it had been 4 hours since my last cigarette. Anyway, they talked to me a bit. The next day was school, but I was very sick, so I didn't go. When I went the next day, the kid who complained about me had spread my name around the school, and all my teachers had heard about it. I think it's pointless to place too much importance on appearance in romantic relationships. Of course, I'm not saying you should date a girl with a mustache or a guy who looks like a caveman. That decision is up to you. What I'm trying to say is, even if the guy or girl you're interested in has an average appearance, don't immediately reject them. This is one of my biggest regrets in life. I had a mixed-gender group of friends in middle school. One day they came to me and said, "Let's call the girl Lisa." They came to me and said, "Lisa likes you," but I made a snap decision based solely on her appearance. My decision? It would never work out with that girl. One day after-school program was over, and the girl was sitting behind me. She touched me from behind. I looked at her, and she said, "Do you have a girlfriend?" I said, "No." Lisa then said, "Would you like to have a girlfriend?" Knowing she liked me, I said, "No." Yes, guys, as you can see, it ends up breaking some people's hearts. So don't make decisions without thinking. I'm still suffering from the pain of the answer I gave that day. Don't do things like that. Get to know people first. Don't get too attached to friends and lovers you meet online. Doing so will cause you pain at some point in your life. I know from my own experience that it's very difficult to get over the trauma. Let me tell you about something that happened to me. One day, I met a girl online. I think it had been about 6 months since we met. She said she liked me, and I foolishly believed her. I loved her so much, unbelievably much. And then one day she shared another guy's profile in her story, and she was sitting on his lap. I was devastated that day. I haven't been able to fall in love again since that day. But you definitely shouldn't be like that. Love can be the reason people live in this world, especially if you're a girl. Dostoevsky says it's a young girl's greatest inheritance. And believe me, friends, if there's no love in this life, I can't say you have a very good reason to live. If you've noticed, rich people usually say that choosing a spouse is the most important thing. Anyway, I'll leave you now. Go watch some Clash Royale.
Lucid days, I'm getting closer to unlock my consciousness. The poison's only building up my tolerance. We were never born to be the obvious, isn't it obvious? Time is slipping, dials spinning. I still wonder if I'm dreaming, or maybe I'm the only one who's wide awake. Am I the only one? To know where we are. Am I the only one? To know where we are. Am I the only one? Up and down on my feet, feel like I'm ascending. I've planned every step, I've seen everything, so it's no surprise I can't sleep. It's just the push that I need. I've gone past the point, I'm all in. I know that you're thinking that you're really gonna do it, but you never really do it like me. Time is slipping, dials spinning.
look so good and I know what you're offering. Phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Yeah, my phone's lighting up, but I'm just gonna let it ring. Is it the liquor in my system? My desire's not so real. Got me caught up in this rhythm. Draw me in and make me feel. Draw me in and make me feel. Draw me in and make me feel. Make me feel.
Lose the days, I'm getting closer to unlock my consciousness. The poison's only building up my tolerance. We were never born to be the obvious.